Today I'll just introduce about what is a computer or what are the units of computer. That is where we should begin, okay, when you want to learn computer, because that is the device you have to operate. It is a practical exercise. So we'll just begin. There are two parts when you study computer science. One is hardware, another is software. Okay, hardware is nothing but the parts of the computer which you can feel, touch and see. So the parts of the computer are supposed to be called as hardware, and the programs are which make it run, which give its power for computer is called as software. Software is nothing but set of programs. Okay, so all these parts of the computer which are connected together is called as architecture. You know, architecture term is very well known to you. When you construct a house, there is an architect. Architect tells you how to bring building blocks together and make a building. Okay, or how to design a building. Similarly, architecture of the computer system is nothing but how the parts of the computer are put together. Okay, so although the internal architecture of computer differs from one model to another, but the basic organization of computer system remains the same. Means what? The principle on which the computer operates remains the same, whether it is a laptop like this, okay, or whether it is a personal computer which is placed on the desktop, or whether it is a big system, mainframe or super computer. The basic principle on which the computer works remains the same. The block diagram of a computer consists of 5 functional units. There are 5 functional units which you all have noted down. Okay, but as a part of practical, we have to tell you what is it. Tomorrow they will ask you a question. What are the parts? In a practical, there is going to be Viva. I think those are from science background. Okay, you will very well know there is Viva. Okay, some 10% weightage or 20% weightage is given to Viva, where they will ask you certain questions, you have to answer them. Okay, rest part will be for the practical, you have to give a demo and get the results. Okay, so 5 functional units of a computer. These 5 units correspond to the 5 basic operations functions performed by the computer system. Those who have read my notes, I think I have made it very clear that 5 operations or functions performed. One is inputting, second is outputting, third is storing, okay, fourth is processing, okay, and lastly is control. Okay, so now inputting means what? Data is input from external entity into computer system. So you enter the data through the input unit called as keyboard. Outputting is a function where the computer's results are handed over to the human being or to the external environment. So for that purpose, there is an output unit. Okay, for inputting the data and the programs, there is an input unit, and for outputting, okay, there is an output unit. And for storing all this, okay, computer wants to process it, so it is just like you have to make the instructions. There is a set of programs available to it. Data should be available. So all this data should be stored in some area which is called as storage, or it is otherwise also called as memory. Okay, this English terms are used in computer science. We say storage, memory, all these are English terms. So same unit is called as memory. Then whatever data you put it into computer system because you want to process it. It is not only storage device, you use it as a processor also. You want to manipulate the data and get the results. So you have to process that. So there is a processing unit, okay, which we call it as central processing unit. This job of central processing unit is there are 2 subunits in that. One is called as control unit, another is called as arithmetical logical unit. So this arithmetical logical unit, as the name suggests, okay, carries out arithmetic operations and logical operations. You very well know what is arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations are nothing but you carry out addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are 4 basic arithmetic operations. Then there are logical operations. You want to compare the two operands or two values, which is greater, which is less, are they equal, are they not equal. All these are called as logical operations. The output of logical operation is true or false, yes or no. Only there are two outputs, true or false. So let us know, and there is a control unit which controls all the parts of the computer. It is supposed to be called as a brain system as far as our body is concerned. Okay, our body is controlled by nervous system. Okay, what actually to be done is designated in the brain, and brain passes on the signals to our other parts of the body. So this is the input unit. So program and data are inputted here. As far as the laboratory is concerned, the input unit will be a keyboard. We will be using keyboard as an input unit. There is a mouse which will help you to pin and point. There is a output unit. So in the case of your is a monitor. So this is a output unit, and this keyboard is a input unit. So output units makes information or the results available to the human being. So in that case, whatever output is given on the screen is called as soft copy. It's called as soft copy because it vanishes afterwards. Okay, and whatever there is one more output device available is called printer. There is another output device called as plotter. So those printer and plotter gives output as paper which you permanently store. So that is called as hard copy. Okay, whatever printout you get, that is supposed to be hard copy. Then there is a storage unit. There is a storage unit. So whatever you input through the input unit is put into storage unit, and whenever calculations are to be performed, it is passed on to the processor. And once the process results are available, they are temporarily stored again in the memory, and when required, they are passed on to the output unit. Okay, so there is an input unit, there is an output unit, there is a storage area. There is an arithmetical logical unit to carry out arithmetical and logical operations, and all these units should work in coordination. So that is a control unit which passes on these control signals. So what you find in the hard, okay, dark lines is the data flow, how the data moves. What you find in the dotted line are the control signals. You can just see here control signals generated from control unit. Okay, one control signal goes to input unit, another goes to output unit, another goes to the arithmetical logical unit, and one more control signal goes to the memory. So data and programs are inputted through input unit, are stored in the memory, are passed on, okay, to this central processing unit through this, and processing is carried out. Again, after the processing, data is passed on to the storage unit, and once the processing is over, it is made available to the output unit. The job of the output unit is to convert the processed data into human readable form or human understandable form. Similar is the case here. The job of the input unit is whatever data is given, that should be converted into machine understandable form. We call this computer as a machine. We call it as a machine. So machine doesn't know our language. It has to convert into its own language. That is called machine language. That will be taught to you in the C class. Okay. So this is the job. I will have to draw this. See, it is very clearly written here. Indicates flow of instruction and data. That is the thick lines, and dotted lines indicate the control exercised by the control unit. Now, as seen in the block diagram, the 5 functional units are input unit, output unit, storage unit, arithmetic logic unit, and control unit. So the data and instruction must be entered into the job of the you are explaining input unit. The data and instruction must be entered into computer system before the computer performs any computational on the supplied data. So first, that instruction data should be entered into computer system. For this purpose, the input unit performs following functions. First is it accepts instructions and data from outside world, converts these instructions and data into computer acceptable form, and it supplies the converted instructions and data to the storage unit for the storage and further processing. So all this you have studied as part of block diagram. So input is accepted. Okay. The input is nothing the instructions and the data. These are converted into machine understandable form, and these are stored in the storage unit. Now output unit. Okay, this unit supplies the information obtained after the data is processed to the outside world. So there are many output units. Your digital signal is output unit. All indicators are output unit. Voice response system is the output unit. Okay, whatever display you see on the ATM board, that is also output unit. Output unit is a device which makes information available to the human being or external system. The output unit performs following functions. It is just opposite of what is done. It accepts those results which are in a coded form. Okay, because it is a machine result. These coded results human being cannot understand. Okay, because it is in terms of zeros and ones. It converts these coded results into human acceptable or readable form. Okay, it supplies the converted results to the outside world. Okay. So in the simple terms you can tell this. Also as a part we are putting in number of lines. But the job of the output unit is to make the data available to the user in the human understandable form. There is a storage unit which holds the data. Okay, because data should be immediately available. The speed at which computer performs functions is very fast. And human cannot enter the data at that speed. That is, it is just impossible. It is just impossible. Okay. So स्वयंपाक करताना एक अंडा येते एकदा साखर अंडा येते एकदा पावडर येते तोपर्यंत चहा is not possible. So everything should be made available to the unit, and that is why you have to store it in a storage unit. So data and instructions are required for processing. Intermediate results of the processing are stored. Okay, when you carry any operations, when you solve any problem, you know there are intermediate results, you cannot get final results. So those intermediate results are also stored for certain amount of time, and the final results of processing before they are released to the output unit are also stored in the storage unit. So data is available in the storage unit. Okay. Arithmetic and logic unit. As the name suggests, they carry out arithmetic and logic operations. Okay. So arithmetic and logic unit of a computer is placed where actual execution of the computer instructions take place. Okay. So that is a place where arithmetic operations and logical operations are performed. Data and instructions are passed on to ALU for processing. Whether to carry out addition or subtraction or multiplication, that should be made clear through the instruction. Computer will not understand anything. Okay, everything should be supplied to it and asked to do what to do. Okay, asked to do what to do. So supplied means what? Data is given, and what to do means what? Instructions are given to it. So it decodes the instructions and performs this. In the ALU, the arithmetical operations add, subtract, multiply, divide, okay, and logical operations less than, greater than, equal to on the data take place. Okay. So data is moved back and forth several times between primary memory and ALU. That's why you are seeing this. Okay. There is a two-way flow between the data, okay, of the data between memory and the central processing unit. So there is input unit, there is output unit, there is arithmetic logical unit, okay, there is a memory. So all these units should work in coordination, or they should be asked to do. So that is the job of the control unit. Control unit sends the control signals to the unit, other units, so that work in the coordination. If there is no coordination, it is just like a team exercise. If there is no coordination between the team, the end result is not useful. Control unit of a computer acts as a central nervous system for other units of computer system. In case I told you our control unit is a nervous system. It manages and coordinates operations of other units. That is the components. It so manages input unit, output unit, arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, memory, all this. It obtains instructions from the program stored in the main memory, interprets the instructions and issues the signals, causing other units of the system to execute them. So, how does control unit do this? It is human being who has to supply the instructions, and according to those instructions are coded, and the control unit gives the signal. Control unit gives the signal. See, it is just like if you go for SSA, command gives command, you interpret it and then you carry the operation. Sometimes you can't what you getting me? If the commander is giving command and you are not able to interpret it or get many orders, what operation will perform? You will stand stuck. Okay? Similarly, the case here. So these commands and instructions are supplied as a part of the program by human being or interested party. Then this is not separate. Central processing unit is not separate. It is control unit plus ALU together is called as central processing unit. Okay, it is not separate. It is not the sixth unit. Okay, control unit and arithmetic logical unit of a computer system together are known as central processing unit. Okay, so central processing unit, it is the brain of computer system in human body. Brain takes all major decisions. Okay, and other parts of the body functions as directed by the brain. Okay, so brain can be compared to the central processing unit. Similarly, in a computer system, the CPU performs all major calculations and comparisons. Calculation is arithmetical operation, comparison is logical operation, and also activates and controls the operations of other units of the computer system. Where is all this? So here if you see this is the output unit. Okay, and I think you are seeing the laptop, and this is the input unit, keyboard, and all your memory and all your thing is stored here. Okay, we will show you. I have sent some videos where hardware video is sent, where the parts of will explain. We will explain it once again to you. So today we are trying to understand what is made of computer. Computer म्हणजे काय, त्याचे भाग कोणकोणते आणि कॉम्प्युटर शिकताना आपण काय शिकलं पाहिजे याच्याबद्दल आपण आज माहिती घेतलेली आहे. आजचा एक प्रॅक्टिकल सेशन आहे. मेनी टाइम्स आय थिंक हू डझंट अंडरस्टँड मराठी आणि मदर टंग is Kannada? No? Okay. So most of our lecture delivery here will be in English, but outside the class we will speak in Marathi, Kannada or whatever language. Different. Okay, you just stop.